Hey, what's up, y'all? It's me, Slim Fit T. Hopefully, I won't make this too long, but I want to share something with you guys again. I know, this is LA Understood's channel, but I am her cousin, her best friend. And lately, I've been having stuff to say. LA been kind of busy anyway. You know, she kind of popular over there in the United States, so she do whatever she do, motivational speaker or something, you know. So I'm filling in for her. Having said that, I want to say you'd be surprised who you run into sometimes at work. You'd be surprised who's watching you and you don't know. Or sometimes you just forget. I had a chick come up to me, a worker. I work in a big building. But we interchange between two levels, hey? Between the second or the third. It's one business, but we have two floors. So we travel. Anyways, I would see this girl sometimes and I would tell her hi, or I run into her when I'm having another coffee break. It seems like the coffee on the third floor is better than ours. Fight, fight, fight. And it's stronger. Grr, whatever. Anyway, she came up to me and I could tell she was kind of down. I know it's not my place because I really don't know her like that. And sorry, I kind of don't remember her first name, but I know her by face. Well enough to say if she needed a ride home, I feel safe to do it. Anyway, she said she wanted to talk to me, so we found an empty cubicle in the back where it was 4 other empty cubicles. Hey, if you guys are in London, find me because there's 4 empty spots. 4 empty cubicles, 4 empty spots. I need 4 people to work. Y'all know what time it is. Okay, anyways, we went to a section where it's empty cubicles, and she just sat down. We sat down to talk, and she just mentioned. She said she was going over her life. Hey, she's close to her 30s. I guess she's having a pre-midlife crisis, whatever. But she said she was going over some things in her life. She had some time on her hands, and she just started reflecting on a couple of things. And I'm like, why is she talking to me? And then she got to her point. She said, I don't have anybody to talk to. I was like, wow. So she said she wanted to vent, and she didn't really want to talk to a shrink, which is understandable. I've heard people say that they don't feel any type of connection with a shrink, you know, because they just see dollar signs and they feel cold. So she said she wanted to talk to me because she saw that I was quiet, blah, 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 did my work, stayed out of people's business, didn't really gossip or nothing like that. And she just felt cool to come to me and keep it quiet. Make a long story short, you know, she just told me how she went through a lot of things and she happy where she is now, but she was suicidal. And I'm like, dang, I had to put my coffee down. That's some real stuff, man. Suicidal? You know, you hear that stuff in songs. People do it on TV. It's crazy, you know. You starting to see stuff like that in TV and cartoons more. Like, don't tell me, don't do it, don't jump. Oh God, you know. People make fun of it. You're starting to see it more often now. But when it happened in real life, it's no jokes because there's no coming back from that most of the time. But she said she was feeling like that, and I was waiting for her to tell me why. She said she was alone a lot. She said she felt alone a lot. And I was surprised because to me it seemed like she had a lot of friends. But like I said, she told me she felt alone a lot, didn't know how to deal with it sometimes. Sometimes it hit her harder than others. I was like, wow, loneliness is a mother. It is. It can get to some people, but I don't know what they do to handle it, you know. Hey, I tried to give her some advice. I told her, like, go jogging. Or if she liked to dance. Because her body will be so into it in her mind, you know, she won't be really focusing on the fact that she's lonely. You know, if she have time. And then by that time, she'll have to take a shower. She won't, you know, she'll be busy moving and probably go to sleep and wake up and hopefully it'll be off her mind. But yeah, she just told me that, you know, what happened one day. She said she came home from a long day's work, had some drinks, you know, and she drank one and drank another and then drank another. And she said she just couldn't stop, and she didn't know if she wanted to stop. And then she said she went to sleep. And then she said she remembered like floating in the air. I'm like, wow, she must really trust me to be telling me some mad stuff like this, because she said she was floating in the air, man. I'm not making fun of her, but you know, she had to trust me because she talk about some tripping stuff, man. You know, she talking about floating in the air. You know, not too many people can handle stuff like that. They be like, ooh, she crazy. But yeah, she said she was floating in the air. And I was following right along with it, being open-minded, wasn't laughing at nothing, didn't think nothing of it. I'm just listening to it. Serious talk. You know, she said she was floating in the air. And she saw herself laying down on the bed, and she was passed out and didn't know it. And she said, well, this is the trippy part. She said she saw herself there, and so happened her roommate came in. You know, she saw a roommate coming in with some groceries or something, was looking for her. Then she saw her body laying down on the bed, passed out. And she saw her friend wigging out and trying to, you know, have her come to, and she wasn't coming to. And so this chick was telling me that as she saw her body there, she was like, she didn't even want to come back. And I'm like, wow. Wow. She was like in hang time like that where she didn't even want to come back. She was somewhere in space where she even had the awareness or whatever to say she didn't even want to come back. She got to choose like that. That's kind of heavy. She said she was there for a while in space. It was like, she said, in space and between something else. And she said, like, these two people came to her. You know, she said she could only see, she could tell there was a male and a female. She said they were African American. I'm figuring maybe it was her ancestors or something, you know, trying to help her out. But she said she remembered telling them while she was looking down at her own body from space that, you know, she didn't want to be there anymore. She said she was tired of being lonely and being an odd person out, you know. I was like, man, that's heavy, you know, like she didn't have cousins or something to hang with. She said she felt lonely, you know, which can happen because, you know, growing up from high school, people, or even elementary, people have these cliques, you know, so you know how that is. If you don't fit in, when they put you here, and if you don't fit in there, they put you there, and, you know, you're a reject or outcast. So basically she told me all that, so she was basically a, you know, reject, outcast. So she's been lonely for a while, and she said she's just different. Okay, I can tell she is. She just kind of different. Not in a strange way. It's actually cool with me, but, you know, she don't act like the average inside the box, stay in the lines type chick, you know. So it's like, okay, well, she's cool to me anyway. But she said she told those two beings or whatever, ancestors, that she said, hey, I don't want to go back. She said she didn't want to go back. She said she didn't want to go back to Earth because she wasn't happy and she was lonely. And she said she got tired of getting her heart broke. I'm like, dang, this is sad, man. But they told her she couldn't go back. And I asked her why. And then she got quiet and kind of tensed up and looked so angry when she said this. She said, they told me I couldn't go back. I couldn't come with them or whatever. I had to go back to Earth because I haven't finished or even begun to start my work. I'm like, what, girl? You almost 30 years old. What you mean haven't begun or to start your work? I was like, what you mean by that? She said they continued, these beings in her dream or whatever kept telling her that, you know, she's got a lot of work to do and she's got so many lives to touch before she can even think about wanting to come. I'm like, dang, that's heavy. And I'm thinking to myself, how in the world she gonna touch lives if she work here in our office? You know, all we do is like sort out bills. It's not a postal. It's just the office where we sort out bills and random stuff, I guess, from people who have at-home jobs and they need a middle person to like fill in letters, mailers or whatever. We do odd stuff like that. We take on certain tasks and copy off stuff. It's kind of like a weirdo office max. That's basically what it is. It's weird, but that's my job. And I'm like thinking the same thing she said. She's like, well, how in the world am I supposed to touch people's lives and I work in the office? You know, so I went and asked her. I'm like, well, what are your talents? I'm like, what are your talents? You know, she told me. I'm like, well, you got a lot of talents, but that was kind of heavy. You know, but bottom line is you never, man, I don't even know what I'm saying. I sound like I'm wasted. I'm listening to myself talking, but I'm trying to grasp for words because I never had anybody come up to me and I had people want to talk to me before, but not something like this. Say they, were suicidal. Wow. That's bad. I didn't know she was going through all this. She seemed content to me. She really seemed fine. We make some decent money here. I know it's not all about that, so I know she don't really want for nothing. But she said wow, that was heavy. I keep tabs on her. I mean, she comes to talk to me a lot more, and I come to talk to her, see how she doing. But man, like I said, people, you never know who's watching you. That's why it just pays to be yourself. Just be yourself because you don't know who's watching you or who want to talk to you. If you standing around at the coffee or at the fountain, get some water, you see somebody, like, hey, how you doing? Shoot, you'd be surprised saying hi or smile or dude because I didn't know that lady was going through something that whole time. I've been working there 3 years, and she told me a lot. It was a lot. So much so we had to shorten our break, and we asked our boss basically if we could, punch out and talk for a couple hours, because I see that she needed someone to talk to. And he said, yeah, that's fine. And we clocked back in once, she got her situation under control. We even got to go to a separate office, not a cubicle office, to just continue talking. And I saw that it helped her. So people, time is giving your time to somebody, being a listening ear to somebody is a lot more valuable than you think. It is a lot more valuable than money. Because I'm quite sure I saved her life. She's still here. And she seemed better. So, if you got somebody in your mind and you want to see how he or she is doing, take the time and talk to them. Drop them a thank you card or just thanking you card. I'm still, taken aback a little bit because she came to talk to me about something of that magnitude. Wow, y'all just keep being yourself and, be a listening ear, a good listening ear. Sometimes you don't gotta throw in your 2 cents unless they ask, but most of the time people just want you to listen to them. They usually find the answer just rambling and just talking. Hey, I just wanted to put that out there. Life is short. And if you see somebody hurt or in need, be that listening ear. Don't be so wrapped up in your work till you can't even tell somebody hi. There's a lot of stuff going on with people you just don't know, man. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say, man.